Amazing organization almost 13 years ago. As we all gathered here not only to celebrate, there is in excess of 65 members and 12 affiliated mandates. Our mandate is in the community. To my fellow chair here, I can tell you sometimes it can be very challenging. Sometimes you have to walk this challenging. Sometimes you have to walk this amazing things, more amazing things to accomplish. But most importantly, as I close, it is important to measure your impact.
Coming from myself from Dharmic Youth Organization, Dharmic of the East. Om Namah Shivaya. Dharmic Youth Organization, Dharmic of the East. Om Namah Shivaya. Bolo Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah
activeness in this Sabha. But if we minus Motuki, all the holy Sangham, if we minus Motuki, all the holy Sangham, Hinduism. But looking at all institutionalized conversion, many people before, it is not only now having our children learning to play instruments and being in culture, but to work assiduously to ensure that we keep the dignity, the prestige, and we keep
Followed by Vaishali Samlal and before Pandit Jagmohan delivers Ramayana,
festivals, the culture shows, etc. Festivals, the culture shows, etc. Later on, as I became the president of the chairman of the years from now. Later on, as I became the president of the chairman of the years from now, I'm sure the president of the chairman of the years from now. I'm sure many of us will not be here with the work of the Sabha. Many of us will not be here with the work of the Sabha. Whether through their here with the work of the Sabha. Whether through their difficult times, whether through their happy times or whether to celebrate their festival. Always very whether through their happy times or whether to celebrate their festival. Always very confident that regardless of what happens, and tonight is no different. Almost every time Dharmic has a miss of what happens, and tonight is no different. Almost every time Dharmic has a major function. One thing I want to urge my fellow front colleagues and all of us here, that we all think I want to urge my fellow front colleagues and all of us here, that we all have a duty. We all have decrying dogma, young Guyana Pandit, in so occupy young Guyana Pandit, in so occupy those spaces. There will come a time where people will want to rewrite our history. Will want to rewrite our history.
Members of the Chinmayana mission done so. Members of the Chinmayana mission done so. I'm positive that I'm positive that and even beyond the borders of this country. Tonight I want to seize the opportunity to wish the Sabha well. To thee we bow in adoration, O Halloween. To thee we bow in adoration, O Halloween. Making business, making strides. I want to leave with you a simple presentation. Fear can cripple your better judge. Suppose you have a man who train maybe this height, and every day you throw water on it. It's a good thing. Or you just want to be agitated through life's journey. The process in life. It is your approach to life. Green was in hiding. That he couldn't think for himself, and he turned to Hanumanji, Goswami Tulsidas, They use signally, and I'm going to run away from them. Hanumanji was charged with the responsibility. Long story short. Hanumanji went, he interviewed these Jankar Nirbhay Kar Dijiye. Lord, I want you to be. But then you gotta decide. So to develop the strength, the dexterity, the courage to resilience, the determination, not simply to withstand the pressures of life, but while they were in a particular room, they were outside judgment and a better understanding. If you have the right friend, if you have the right associate, Doesn't suggest by no stretch of imagination he's going to condone the wrongs. By no stretch of imagination he's going to condone the wrongs in this friend. By no stretch of imagination he's going to condone the wrongs in this friend. He will tell imagination he's going to condone the wrongs in this friend. He will tell wrongs in this friend. He will tell they allow fear to push. They allow fear to push them to the point. They allow fear to push them to the point. Push them to the point. We're able to reflect that come what Dharmic Sabha, that come what Dharmic Sabha will survive. Dharmic Sabha will survive. Will survive. The Tulsidas says, Binu Satsangh Vivekana Hoy. See, when we dive into the final meaning of Tulsidas' writing, there's so much that we can learn. So some days of Bhagavad-gita, not every day will meet you in the same health fitness. Every day will meet you in the same health fitness. Not every. Say, if you see the right things, you hear the right. Isn't that so? The same bell that we ring in the puja, you give it to the snow-cone man. The same bell that we ring in the puja, you give it to the snow-cone man. I'm pleased that you found the time to be here. I'm pleased that you found the time to be here. Of her best. Praise the Ram Chandravani ki jai.
Dharmic Sabha, Dr. Vindhya Basni Prasad to give us her remarks.
Richly uplifting. My dear brothers and sisters all, Sadar Pranam, it was a community. My dear brothers and sisters all, Sadar Pranam, it was a community together for now more than 5 decades. Together for now more than 5 decades. 5 decades. That action was something that we must never lose. As we continue, that the Ghana Hindu Dharmic Sabha's structure included, you're listening to me from, even after today, that Bachoka Satsangh lives on. After today, that Bachoka Satsangh lives on. That Bachoka Satsangh lives on. Because it is here, in early years begun their lessons, but it moved to the Naujawan structure that exists. We get so caught up in the material world and what the world brings to us.
service itself is puja. And what the world brings to us, selfless service itself is puja, the Bhagwan, where they understand it is important to absolutely where they understand it is important to absolutely avoid leadership, develop the plant structure. He ensured that in every plant a impact on the lives of people around you. And so we continue through the various plants. People to put a single one up there. And when you multiply that one up there, and when you multiply that effect, a person to say that effect, a person to say something, every one of us should object when there's any for your dharma. Because if you are not, then who will? Because if you are not, then who will? Why is the Guyana Hindu Dharmic Sabha pertinent and relevant? Why is the Guyana Hindu Dharmic Sabha pertinent and relevant? Guyana Hindu Dharmic Sabha pertinent and relevant? Because that was at the first anniversary of the Guyana Hindu Dharmic Sabha. So everybody who knows me of the Guyana Hindu Dharmic Sabha. So everybody who knows me, rain can be falling, it can be falling and pouring, and I'll say the event will happen, sun will come out, and it does. And pouring, and I'll say the event will happen, sun will come out, and it does. And women, I still have the distinction of being the only female head of a religious organization. A Sanatana Vedic Dharma followers of gender equality, long before the term was on there. Especially Friday night, I'm joking. But every night, some of them have migrated. And I also want to remember, those stop subscribing to this thing that Dharma is on. Don't wrap up your Ramayana in the red cloth and say, Om Jai Shri Ram. Open it and read it. It grows, you're fully involved in it. Open it and read it. It grows, you're fully involved in it. Does it make sense for bacho, whether it's for satsang? Does it make sense for bacho, whether it's for satsang? Whether it's just a jam, Hanuman Chalisa, whether TikTok, whether TikTok, IG, Facebook, and everything else, that will still be there. Are so many that will still be there. Are so many powerful concepts. That only now the West is finding. And that only now the West is finding. And I want to say there are a number of things that will happen this year, a number of new programs that will be introduced. But programs are only a success at no cost. This is every month. But programs are only a success at no cost. This is every month there. And it will be used as a blueprint, a guideline for children there. And it will be used as a blueprint, a guideline for children. So that they source it is coming from. We'll also be working on putting together a simple book containing the various radio are founded in the pages of Ramayana and Bhagavad Gita. And those are the two scriptural texts for shelter for children, working to expand our slew of classes and starting back here, Gyan Yajna, Yeah, believe in Lord Shiva. Don't believe in all kinds of nonsense. Believe in Lord Shiva. And chant Om Namah Shivaya. They'll come. But the light is always. But make sure that this year for you is purposeful, meaningful, impactful, and rededicate yourself to the Ghana, to serving with you. And it's a privilege to serve with everyone. We started, what we left. And we are there going to sing the motto of the Ghana Hindu Dharmic Sabha. So whenever you falter, Namhale, Shukadarchana. Again, Karmanyeva. Of all our friends and the Dharmic family, to all of us, I say, congratulations on 51 years of, congratulations on 51 years of, for taking us our chair now, Joan, for taking us through tonight. Sivan Joan, for taking us through tonight. Sivan one up.